Hockey. Let's just use hockey as an example because I know that you're a big fan of hockey, right? This has to do not with the beer that you're going to drink at the hockey arena.
No,
this has to do
with
the commercials. For example, the hockey teams, the people that own the sports rights. If you only deal with one big customer now,
they have pricing power.
Yes,
they have pricing power. They have leverage. There's less competition, so you don't have as much negotiating room as you might have thought. It's not just for hockey either. It's obviously all the major sports leagues and the individual teams, as well as the networks that broadcast the shows or the sports companies that own the rights to broadcast the shows. All of that comes into play here. We spoke with one former sports marketing guy at Anheuser-Busch before AB InBev took over the company, and he says with this deal, the InBev purchase of SABMiller, if it goes through, it could reduce spending on sports sponsorships by 20%, as much as 20%.
Right.
That's a pretty big number.
And didn't they give this deal that last year InBev spent more than $15 million for a 3.5-minute advertisement during the Super Bowl?
Yeah, so you can imagine this has huge repercussions, not just necessarily for the sports teams themselves, but for a network like NBC, CBS, or ABC that airs the Super Bowl itself. If this sale does happen, then all these different teams, all the networks will need to look at other areas.
Sources of revenue.
Exactly.
Right.
Insurance companies, banks, car
automobile companies.
That's
they
right.
seem to be the dominant advertisers now on television anyway. You take a look, and these are the major categories. Would this also mean that maybe non-traditional advertisers would come in? For example, I know that there was GoDaddy.
I was just going to say that.
Was a big advertiser, and people thought, what's GoDaddy? Domain name registration company. Why would that
be?
But they seem to have clicked with the Super Bowl.
They seem to have clicked, and they've also made a name for themselves for advertising during the Super Bowl and coming up with some provocative stuff, which gets people talking.
Yes, it does. Yeah, it seems to be a common theme.
That's right.